And then we're going to talk about times. So to organize this and make it work, you should have a system in place, and you should have some kind of thing to go through and work with it. I'm going to show you, do I have my organization? Yeah, I'm going to show you how to do this right now. Okay, so this is, I'm going to show you, walk you through this real quick. So this is what I have when I do mine, which makes life a lot easier and keeps us very, very organized. I like to have 3 different pre-written templates ready to go. I do one where I introduce everyone. I'll give you an example and walk you through them in a second. So I'll actually just do it. So this one here is for everybody. So let's say that it's Envision title. I would say, hey, Envision title, either Misty or Jesse, whoever I'm working with, this is who you are. Please see attached document for the address at 123 Main Street. I look forward to working with you. I am Andrew. And then if I'm a TC, I would tag my TC and say, here's the TC on this file. What that means is the transaction coordinator, if they're going to run the documents for you. And then I would say, please make sure to have all parties CC everybody on the email when anything is done. This is the biggest deal you can imagine for the title companies, okay? Because nobody knows what's going on. They're always like, I don't know. Are we going to close? I don't know. Do we have the CD? I don't know. By doing this, everybody is involved. And then it says right here, here are all the parties involved. And you literally go down and you list them all out. Now, if I'm on the buy side, I might not know the seller's email and phone number. That's fine. I'm just going to put their name in there if that's all I know. And the same if I'm on the sell side, I do the same thing. And every other person, you'll know the lender, you'll know if there's a TC, you'll know the title company. And this is also good for your records. So if someone's like, hey, if something's going weird, I don't know what's happening, I can reach out quickly and knock this out. And then I can just pull up this email in my sent file that I saved in that title and that name. And I can see who the agent is and call them if I have an issue. This is an easy way to communicate. Title companies love it. I've gotten so much feedback from them because it makes them very easy when they get the contract. They just go boop, plug it in their system. They're done. They're just cutting and pasting. It saves everybody. Okay. So please make sure you do that. I can't stress it enough. This will save you so much headache with communication. Now everybody's on the same page. All right. The other one, go ahead. Yeah. Yeah, the other one I do is I send out the buyer and the title company by themselves. Remember, the buyer has to send in the earnest money. So I'll do the same thing. I'll send, to Envision title, I'll Jesse, and then I CC the buyer. And then I will tell them, hey, Dan, the title company will need the following amount. Let's say with the other example, it was 2,100. So I put 2,100, and then I break it down, 2,000 earnest and 100 option, sent to them by, and then I give you the date. And then I like to put in there by 5 o'clock on this date, and I put a time so they know they have to do it. And then I say, like, Jesse, please reach out to Dan, the buyers, and see if they need any help getting wiring instructions or runners to pick up the check. And you send this to title as soon as you're under contract and as soon as the last person signs. Okay, even if you don't have a copy of the contract signed yet, and you know that you just have a copy and it's not, because when the copy is signed, it's called executed. That's when you first get it. When title company gets the money, they put their form on it, and then it's called receipted at that point. So once you have a receipted copy, that's what the lender and everybody needs to move forward with the loan. But the moment you have an executed copy, when everybody has signed, even if title hasn't signed with the earnest and option, you send out this email. And the reason this one is very important is this protects you as an agent, so they can't say, Andrew, your buyer did not send me my earnest money. I can say, yes, we did. Right here's the instructions from the title company. And guess what? We have the right here, blah, blah, blah. And you can show you now you can track it. Okay. And then also, if you haven't heard from the title company that the money, the earnest and option money has been turned in, at that point, you need to be like, oh crap, we have till 5 o'clock today. So then you're calling your client the night before or that morning saying, hey, what's going on? Why do we not have the earnest and option? Because if you don't have that earnest and option, the client, that means you're breach of contract, they call it. At that point, the seller can walk away and say, you didn't bring us the stuff in time. We don't want to work with you anymore. We're going to put it back on the market. Bye. And they're going to walk away. Usually they don't, because they don't want it back on the market, of course. But they can if they have a backup offer.
But it just puts everyone, you have to be professional. This is a very large purchase for you, the buyer, and very large transaction for the seller. So let's just be professional. Let's be respectful. Let's do what we say we were going to do. I mean, it's as simple
this
as
is
that.
very simple. It keeps everyone in control. And this also lets the title company know that they're the one now, because they want the money, they want the contract to go through. That's how they get paid. So they're going to be the one who's going to hound your buyer for you every day and say, do you have it? Do we need instructions? Going to have a runner? They're going to take care of that for you because they want it to go through. It's one less thing you have to worry about just by sending out this email. So it's very simple that way. And then let me grab the last one. I guess I forgot to open that one. So let me open it real quick. And that's the one you send out with the inspector right here with the title company. Because you always, of course, within an option period, you have 10 days or 7 days or whatever to get the inspection done if your client wants one. So once I get an executed contract, right then I tell my client, okay, here's a list of 3 inspectors. I just emailed them to you. You always give them choices and say, I recommend inspector your time home inspection, ABC, whatever. Do you want me to go through and set up the inspection? Most inspectors are the same price, same everything. It's not really a big difference. And then your buyer usually says, yes, I'm ready to go through. Let's make this happen. And then you go through and you just send out this email and it's already pre-written, ready to go. And I just send it to them. Boom. Here you go. Thank you. You're doing a great job. My client would like an inspection. And then I give them the address, foundation, square feet. If it's a VA loan, they will need a pest inspection, the year built, and the number of stories. And then I CC my client on this. And I give them, because they have my name, email, phone number, my client, they can reach out to them directly now if they want to add on a sewer scope or a pool inspection or a septic inspection or a well inspection. That's up to the client now. So now again, so first thing you do, you get everyone together, you have them understand it. The next thing is you connect them with the client, the inspector, so they now are going to be the one going after your client to get the inspection organized. And they do a really good job to do it quick because they want to get paid. And then the title company is going to chase your client down to make sure that they get everything as well. So everyone is going to do the work for you, and you can just go on to your next client now and get your next home under contract, because these are going to happen in the background by sending out these emails. It's one less thing you have to worry about as an agent. So
it's very nice to set up the foundation.
Exactly.
You know, in order for them to really be your support for you and to work with you well. I mean, this is beautiful.
Yeah, it's super great. And of course, you want to make my inspector knows me. I send them a lot of deals, so they know my format. They always tell agents, "Oh, you can just call me." I'm like, I don't have time to call you and chat. How are you doing? How's it going, Dan? Da, da, da. I don't have time for that. I do the email. Boom. I'm very spot on. Let's do it. Let's go to the next one. I do the email. I drop it in. Okay, I'm gonna go make my calls now. I get my next deal. And then my inspectors, they just know me and they just laugh at me and say, "You're good. Just email it. They don't care." And then they just work with me and it's fine. But I built that relationship, like Dan said, over the time. Now, the way to build these templates and to get them set up, if you don't have them set up yet, is I like to use Gmail. If you're in Gmail, all you're going to do is go to settings. And then under settings, you're going to hit see all settings. And then once that loads up, you're going to look here for where it says advanced. And then advanced. Hope I'm looking at the right spot. Hold on, let me get my glasses real quick. Templates, sorry, yep. Because I'm lying down my glasses on right here for templates. And then you enable templates. Okay, so once you have them on and you enable templates, that's what you're doing. And that's all you have to do. And then you hit save. And the way the templates work is when you go to compose and you're writing a new email, these 3 dots here pop up and you just go to templates, and here are all the templates. So you write the email. Yeah, you just write the email, whatever you're going to write, and you put a subject, and then you go here to templates, and then you save it as a draft, and you call it whatever you want to call it. And then you have,
awesome.
I have all these templates are quick. So if I was going to do a letter, again, we just mentioned the inspector, I just go here, click on my templates, right here, inspection request. There it is. Boom, I'm done. And then I just put in my client's information, and then I put in their at home, and then I send it. Already done. So if you have your template set like that, it saves you the time. Yeah, it's boom, 30 seconds. You're not click, you're done, You go to the next one. Okay, so that's super easy to get that done. All right, we got that, we did that, we talked about that. All right, and then we talked about Google, okay, we talked about Earnest, we got you guys on that.